Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? And floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be an ocean that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
That's a catchy tune. Welcome to another episode of Helping Hands for Cruising Cruise-a-thon. We're doing well. Let's see. Last check I had 3121, but I think some more came in on Amy, so we'll get Meg to check on that in a bit. I'm going to share a video that Meg shared with me, and then I will bring up my guests, and I got something to share too, so you might want to get in on that. So I'm going to share. Let's see if I can get up here. Go over here. Oops, nope, over here. And I hit play. Sorry about that. Let me go back and stop it over there. So I'm going to bring up the guests I have in the basement right now. I have Sharon from Cruising Scene with Travel in Between. And I have the first recipient, Poor Man, aka Kenneth Oakes. So we've got a little thing we're going to do on here to help raise some funds through the generosity of Sharon is donating a backpack, a Helping Hands for Cruising backpack, and you'd be able to pick whatever color you want. And for every $5 you donate, I will put a ballot in. So I'll try to keep track here. I'll write down, and your Danny to help maybe keep an eye too if I miss one. Just let me know if you've donated the $5. For every $5, you get a little ballot, and I will bring up pictures of the backpacks. Oops. You find them. Come on. Okay. Back over to my screen here. So the backpacks are available in red, blue, or gray. So keep that in mind. And at the end, whoever's name's drawn, you can let us know, and we'll make arrangements to get one ordered and get one to you. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. The red one's pretty cool. Believe it or not, I'd probably take the blue. I'm always in gray. You'd think the gray, but I like the blue too.
I've been looking at them, and I kind of like the red.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm going to invest in one before the cruise. So when it, wandering around, I got that on my back, and it's got the logo right there. So it's like, one moment, please. I'm being interrupted by a dog.
Oh, uh-oh. How are you, Kenny?
Doing all right about yourself.
Good. You've been busy, I see.
Yep. I really enjoyed being around these lives and supporting a great charity and organization to change someone's life.
For sure. For sure. I agree with you.
Can you all hear me good?
Mm-hmm.
Am I talking too loud?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Good.
So if you're just coming in, we're going to have a draw for a Helping Hands for Cruising backpack through the generosity of Sharon.
Nice looking backpack, people.
You can get red, blue, or gray. So keep that in mind. And then for every $5 donated, you get a ballot. So good luck.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I'll be wearing my Helping Hands for Cruising shirt.
I don't have one yet.
on Monday when we hop on the boat, or Tuesday, one of those days. I'll be wearing it.
You're going aboard the Carnival Breeze, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Which is the same ship that Amy's cruise will be on which is a Helping Hands cruise in a year from October.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that.
Is somebody messaging me? Don't like when the thing's blinking at me. There we go. Turn that off.
And I know Kenny's got a couple Helping Hands for Cruising shirts that you got in Miami, and a couple of caps, I think, too. Hats.
Yes.
Yep.
You did.
I got a sweatshirt.
Oh,
and I've also got a Helping Hands for Cruising hat, actually. And then I've also got that shirt you gave me, Sharon, for Helping Hands for Cruising.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody's interested in purchasing merchandise, over here. Oh, not that one. Banners. Go to Helping Hands #4 cruising.org is their website. And any of the merchandise purchased off of there, all the profits from that go to Helping Hands for Cruising as well.
And sorry.
Go ahead.
I will order the t-shirt directly from the site and have it delivered directly to you. To whoever wins, I will have it. I mean, what did I say? T-shirt? I meant backpack.
You were virtually offered a t-shirt, then we got talking t-shirt backpack, and it was like a $5 difference. We can do the backpack too if you want. But Blaine and Mallory did a t-shirt on there, so I was like, well, backpack's a little different. And it's convenient to take your stuff when you're cruising. I'll bring out the pictures of that. I'm going to go in over here and say hello to people that come in. Of course, we got Meg. And I guess I should pin that to the top. I find the right thumbnail to click onto. Nope. There we go. There we go. Pin the PayPal to the top there. For those who are interested in donating. That's the PayPal link. And Meg's eating here shortly. We've got James Catnese. James and his wife Cindy were these second recipients for Helping Hands for Cruising Cruise. And then Amber and
Amber and Scott
from Kicking It Country were
from
also on
Kicking
that.
It Country. And
raid.
they both really enjoyed themselves on that cruise as well.
And that was that video was Scott and Amber boarding the ship.
Yes. And they actually enjoyed it so much they actually booked another one themselves
with the kids.
They're going on the Carnival of Sunshine in 2024 on Rayleigh Creative Travels
Blaine's group cruise.
They're actually going to take the boys this time. So so it's going to be Amber, Scott, Eli, and Aiden all on that
Fun.
all on that cruise in 2024. Yes.
Hello,
And it'll actually be the last cruise sailing out of Charleston, South Carolina, because it's going to, I think, somewhere in Virginia or somewhere in the future. I think. I don't think it is. I know it's not going out of. Charleston, South Carolina after next year.
I had heard that too.
Yeah, it's.
Hello, Dewey.
Hi, Dewey.
We got Michelle and Carol in here.
I don't remember. I know one of the.
Kenny.
I know one of the ports is Amber Cove, but I don't remember what the other ports were that they're going on in 2024. I think San Juan. I think it's going to be a 9-day cruise, I believe, for them. So
Josh says coming to our home port of Norfolk, Virginia.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, and we got another friend in the basement. You ready? There she is. Hello, Meg.
How are
Hey,
you
Meg.
guys?
Good. How are you, Meg? Did you get some sleep?
A little. I woke up at 9:02 this morning.
I was up at 4:30. Couldn't go back to sleep.
I was up just a few minutes before 9 o'clock. So, and I didn't go to bed until I guess about a little bit after 1 this morning.
I don't know what's the last time I was talking to you, Meg.
I don't
Fairly
remember.
late.
I just remember passing out.
My alarm went off at 8:15 to hit snooze, and went off 5 minutes later, hit snooze, went off 5 minutes later, hit snooze, and eventually it wouldn't let me hit snooze. I was like, okay, I'm up. So then I had to get up and feed the dog, take the dog out, and all that stuff. So then I was just laying listening. So anybody that just came in, we have a donation of a Helping Hands for Cruising backpack. You can choose the color. And for every $5 donated, you'll get a ballot put in. So if you can just let us know when you've made the donation, and whether 5, 10, whatever, we have $5 or a ballot for every $5. Now let's see if I can bring up the picture again. Oops. Not that. Come on. That one. So that's the gray, and then down the bottom there's the blue and the red.
Show the red. Let me see the red. Oh, you can't click on it, huh? There it is. Yeah, that's pretty.
So I was torn between the red and the blue, but I think I prefer the red because it stands out more.
It stands out a lot.
Then there's gray if you're not into the brighter colors. So for every,
Good.
for every $5 donated, you get a ballot in on the draw there, and you can choose the color, and then we'll get it sent out to the winner. So I have some 10 trivia questions. It's all either carnival or cruise ship related. So the first one is carnival. Carnival's mascot is named A, Fun Ship Freddy, B, Fun Ship Frankie, C, Carnival Chris, or D, Carnival Carl. And I know I've used this one in a trivia before. Carnival's mascot is A, Fun Ship Freddy, B, Fun Ship Frankie, C, Carnival Chris, or D, Carnival Carl. Amy, Mike and Rihanna, and Michigan Carol all say A, which is Fun Ship Freddy, which is correct. Number 2, you can tell Carnival is all about fun. Their first ship was A, Tropical, B, Fantasy, C, Mardi Gras, or D, Dream.
Huh. I didn't know that.
You can tell Carnival is all about fun. Their first ship was A, Tropical, B,
Wow.
Fantasy, C, Mardi Gras, or D, Dream.
I was on this ship in 2009. I didn't know it was the first one. I'm not going to say it, but I think it is.
Amy says Mardi Gras.
The first ship?
Mike Rihanna said Mardi Gras. Michigan Carol says Mardi Gras. James says Mardi Gras. It was the Mardi Gras, but then it was an old ship. It went away, and they got a new one that came out.
Okay, well then I was wrong. I thought it was the Fantasy.
I took a guess when I was doing the trivia questions, and it was like, this one, this one, Well, it's got to be Mardi Gras then. Oh,
So,
yeah, right.
so they had two Mardi Gras.
Well, there's been there was a celebration, I think, one before too, if I'm not mistaken. And then that one went away, was scrapped, whatever and then they brought out new class ones.
Hi, cruising is fun.
Hey,
Need to tell them about the backpack.
I can ask one more question and then I'll hello, Amy.
Okay, but I'll say in that the Carnival Mardi Gras, the Jubilee, and the Celebration are all renamed ships. The first handful of ships, those were the names, and so they've been renaming, coming out with their rebranded.
Learn something new every day, don't you? Wow, I did not know that.
Which is not a restaurant found on Carnival? A, Mongolian Wok, B, Guy's Burger, C, the Taste Bar, or D, Cagney's Steakhouse. Which ship is not found on Carnival? Mongolian Wok, Guy's Burgers, the Taste Bar, or Cagney's Steakhouse is not found on Carnival. Amy says Cagney's. James is saying, guys. Carol saying the Mongolian walk. Mike saying taste bar. Roxanne's taste bar.
Taste bar got me until I heard Cagney's.
I had heard of the taste bar, but it could be on one of the other ones. But Cagney's was the answer given in the quiz I did.
Yeah, I don't like I said, the taste bar got me, but I know for sure Cagney's is not, because that's either like Royal or NCL.
Well, I know I've been to Guy's Burgers. I want to go to the Mongolian walk, and I know on the Breeze there's one that's a omelet station in the morning, and that's a Mongolian walk later on. So I'm hoping to have that for lunch on one of the days. Actually, I'll ask one more question because then I'll be done this page. So if you've watched any of my videos or other people's videos this past year, Carnival ships have been sailing for how many years? A15, B25, C35, or D50?
How bad is it that I know these before you give choices?
Well, if I watched any of my videos about the thing, and it's right there up on the large screen. How many ships, Carnival ships have been sailing for how many years? 15, 25, 35, or 50?
Like, the only one I didn't know right away was the one that you said, which one of these is not? And I was forced to listen to all the choices.
Thank you, Captain, for your donation.
Yes, thank you.
I got it written down.
Thanks, Captain Billy.
Amy said 50. Mike Ariana said 50. James said 35. It was, in fact, 50. Okay. So, for those that just came in, through the generosity of this lady beside me, we're having a draw for a a Helping Hands backpack. And you can be able to pick the color if you are a winner. I'll get back here and find. Come on. Find the picture. Okay. So this is the Helping Hands backpack. You can choose gray or blue or red. So those are the color choices. So for every $5 you donate, you will get a ballot, and you got to just let us know in here that you've made a donation. So far we got a couple ballots for Cat and Billy. Now the next next couple are cruise ship related. Actually, the rest I think are cruise ship related. What is a cruise ship's berth? And berth, BERTH. What is a cruise ship's berth? Where it was built? Date of its first voyage? The cargo hold? Or where the ship is docked in port? What is a ship's berth? BERTH. Where it was built? Date of its first voyage? Cargo hold? Or where the ship is docked in port?
I went with D because that was my original thought, but where it was built also got me.
Amy said D, where it was docked in port. So did Mike and Rihanna. So did Roxanne. Carol said the cargo hold. And it is, in fact, where it is, the ship is docked in port. So congratulations to those folks who got that. Now, here's another ship-related question. Where can you find the ship's helm? Helm. Where can you find the ship's helm? The bridge, the engine room, the bow, or the aft? Where can you find the ship's helm?
This one I do not know.
Is it the bridge, the engine room, the bow, or the aft? Ship's helm. Helm. Amy said A. Mike Rihanna said A, which is the bridge, which is the correct answer. Good guess. Yeah. You like a nice aft, but the answer is A. So when it comes to the cruise ship, what does GRT stand for? When it comes to the cruise ship, what does GRT stand for? Gross registered tonnage, ground radio transmitter, gross receipt tax, group readiness test. When it comes to the cruise ship, what does GRT stand for? Gross registered tonnage, ground radio transmitter, gross receipt tax, or group readiness test? We have Amy saying A, Billy saying A, Danny saying A, Mike saying A, Roxanne saying B, Michigan Carol saying A. It is, in fact, A, gross registered tonnage. And you can Google it and look up the gross, if you can look up the size of the ships compared to each other and what their shows what their gross registered tonnage is. I'll use a few of the examples. The Carnival Pride, which was the last group cruise, was 89,000 tons. The Carnival Horizon was 134,000 tons. The Carnival Breeze and the Carnival Dream are 130,000 tons. And the Carnival Mardi Gras is 181,000 tons. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Jubilee and the Celebration are just a bit more than the Mardi Gras. So just a reminder, anybody that's come in here, for every $5 donated. Billy, that's not nice.
Billy! No, you cannot eat my cheese.
So you're bigger than Paul, so how much does it increase when you step on? I'm sorry. That wasn't nice either. I'm sorry. Oh no. Oh, we lost Sharon.
Oh, he says his boots weigh that much.
Oh, okay.
Go to kennel. Not eat my cheese.
The captain's weightless. Okay. Oh, welcome in, Berry Brain. Captain's weightless. Oh, there's a
Hello,
brain.
Berry Brain.
So anybody that's just come in, for every $5 donated, you get a ballot in a draw for a Helping Hands for Cruising backpack. Let me get this to share the screen. Oops, over here. Over there. So for every $5 donated during this hour, and we'll go till about 10 minutes before 4, and then we'll draw, and you can choose either gray, blue, or red. So you can pick that color after we draw it, and Sharon will get that ordered. She's graciously donated that. So we got a few more questions, and then I'm going to talk about some cruise essentials. I think she's trying to come back up here. I see a blank screen in the basement. I don't know if she's still there. Nope. Let's see if once I see her picture. So the next question is, why might you have to take a tender into the port? Why might you have to take a tender, T-E-N-D-E-R, into the port? A, captain screwed up and can't dock properly. B, port is not deep enough for ship to dock. C, water is too rough to dock. Or D, you should take advantage of the cruise ship dating app while in port.
Kenny, that one's for you.
Cruise ship dating app. Tender? Supposed to Tinder? Why might you have to take a tender into the port? Captain screwed up and can't dock properly. The port's not deep enough for ship to dock. Water's too rough. Or the cruise ship dating app.
There's some other reasons too. Like in Belize, it's because of the coral reefs. So you have to be back far enough to not disturb the ship would destroy the coral reefs.
Yeah.
And in Alaska, I had to tender because there were too many ships and it rotates on who gets a tender. And my ship just happened to be the one that day that had to tender in.
So we had Amy say B. Captain said B. Mike and Rihanna said B. The captain never screws up. Well, you keep talking about Foster's. Okay.
And
Hello, Jan Ann Travels.
the one where we had to do it because there's too many ships in port, they don't provide tenders. So they use lifeboats to tender you in. So I've ridden in a lifeboat.
So the correct answer is B, because the port's not deep enough, and which would kind of go along with the coral reef. It's too up close to the top of the ship would come in and crush that. So, what is the world's biggest cruise port? Nassau, Bahamas, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, Cozumel, Mexico, or Miami, Florida? What's the world's busiest cruise port? Not biggest. What's the world's busiest cruise port? Nassau, Bahamas, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, Cozumel, Mexico, or Miami, Florida? You're not going back in. I believe that dog slept downstairs for 3 hours this morning as soon as I go live. Here we go. Everybody is saying D. Hello, she's back.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was. And everybody is correct. Miami, Florida is the busiest cruise port in the world, according to the.
Welcome back, Sharon.
Thanks. That's never happened before. I don't know why it went down.
So my last question I chose is, in which cruising region is it illegal to wear camouflage? In which cruising region is it illegal to wear camouflage? Mediterranean, Caribbean, South Pacific, or Alaska? In which cruising region is it illegal to wear camouflage?
Oh.
Mediterranean, Caribbean, South Pacific, or Alaska? And welcome in, J&N Travels. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to say that. Last question. Which cruising region is illegal to wear camouflage? Mediterranean, Caribbean, South Pacific, or Alaska? Amy said Caribbean. Roxanne said South Pacific. Mike Mariana said Caribbean. It is the Caribbean.
So
Camouflage.
it's illegal now, huh?
The Caribbean, camouflage is worn by police and military, and you can be arrested for impersonating an officer, or fined, or. And I don't want to mess around. I wouldn't want to be arrested in the Caribbean because I chose camouflage to wear.
Well, a lot of guys have camouflage shorts, you know.
Yeah.
I know Gary used to have some, and yeah.
I don't think none of my kids have camouflage. I don't even know if they had camouflage when they're younger because I really didn't care for it. So next we're going to talk about some travel essentials. Well, as you guys know, because my clan's spoiled mamas because I'm into essential oils. So part of my travel essentials include essential oils, and then we can chat what other things are essential to bring on a cruise. So see if I can bring some of the things I don't have yet. So I'm going to see if I can bring them up. So the first one, and unfortunately it's stuck on the bottom here. The company I'm involved with, doTERRA, they have a shampoo bar and conditioner. And this one you wouldn't have to worry about if you're traveling on a plane, worry about your liquids, which I thought was pretty cool. I would like to get that. Let's see if I can get this go. Oops, nope, that's my dad and my father-in-law. Wrong direction. Well, we don't want to watch that one either. That one is TerraShield, and it's a repellent spray. And I've used it in the Caribbean. I've used it at LARP. Unfortunately, at LARP, we're having a kind of issue with the mosquitoes there. I don't know if it's a new breed of mosquitoes or what, but I've worn this in the Caribbean. I wore it on the cruise when we went off the ship. I've worn it in Cuba and never had any bites, except for when I didn't wear it. Another handy thing to take is a portable diffuser. I'll show you mine, but mine's quit working, so I want to order this one. It's a pilot diffuser, and you can charge that, and then you can just put it wherever. Ginger drops are handy for digestion. So when you're on the cruise and they say ginger is good for feeling motion sickness and that, and you're a little queasy. Another new one they have is On Guard sanitizing wipes. I don't have yet either, but oops. So I like the On Guard line. I have I can do it this way. Nope, wrong button. I don't do this. The On Guard sanitizing mist, and you can, instead of the wipes, you can use sanitizing mist, just like you would use hand sanitizer. I used it the whole time during the pandemic. You can also spray it on surfaces. So if you're traveling, you can spray it on surface and wipe it off with a tissue or a paper towel, and not worry about. I've seen people do it on the tray in airplane and wipe it off, and the grunge that comes off is kind of disgusting. Other good things to take: a peppermint oil. Peppermint is good for settling your stomach. Put a drop on your thumb, put on the roof of your mouth, or they also have peppermint beadlets. It helps settle the stomach. Good for refreshing your breath quickly. When it's warm, you're hot and sweaty, drop in your hands, rub it together and on your back of your neck. It's cooling. I also take past tense. Past tense is good for tension, helps relieve tension when you're starting to get a bit of a headache. Lavender is good for bites, in case you get down those here off the ship. There's also On Guard protecting drops. I brought those with me just in case, and I should have used them more often. But if you're scared to get that scratchy throat and you wonder if you picked up something, it's great to help relieve that. As I showed the deep blue the other night on my live, the little stick or the oil, if you rub on, if you're going for a workout, to rub on joints and muscles or before or after. They also have an On Guard toothpaste, but actually they have ones that come in a little tube of like foil or paper that you can travel with. We have Correct X, which is like your first aid kit. I would say this was my diffuser, but it's not working anymore. But the other thing I made and took on our cruise is I mixed a little water and a few different oils and made my own poopery spray. And I had that in the bathroom, so to spray on. So what other cruise essential things could you guys suggest that you always make sure you take on a cruise? There she goes again. Pardon?
I said Sharon disappeared again.
Yeah, it went white and then she was gone in the basement.
Oh, you smell the kitty in there, don't you? The kitty's not in there.
That's a good one. I didn't grab those.
Band-Aids.
Band-Aids?
And take triple antibiotic ointment. So Band-Aids, like, especially if you haven't worn flip-flops in a while, like, they'll rub and you'll get blisters. That's happened to me. And then with antibiotic ointment, I was stung by a flying insect in Cozumel in 2020, and I pulled the stinger out. Like, I had a stinger, and I didn't have any antibiotic ointment, and I had to pay like $10 in the gift shop for this greasy crap for an antibiotic ointment. It was like in a metal tube, and it was like greasy, and I mean it worked, but I would have preferred like a Neosporin or the triple antibiotic ointment that's in the plastic tube and not as greasy.
I had two first aid kits. My other one's over there. I had if you have one like this size, throw some Band-Aids and any little thing you might need. Or I had another one that I bought at the dollar store that was like this big that was in my carry-on. So I thought if anything happens between the hotel and the port before I get when I get on the ship, before I get my bags, then I've got something like some Band-Aids and a little cream or whatever.
Lanyard, yep,
lanyard, because you're going to want something to stick your sign and sail card on, because that's your lifeline, and especially the ones that have the little
yes, those are the best.
That way you can leave your lanyard on, but when you're at the bar and you want a drink, then they need to scan your card. You can just hand them your card.
And the best part of that with the lanyard and the clip is your bottom half generally matches the top half.
Yep.
And so they'll be able to like quickly they won't give it to the wrong person accidentally because they'll see that matches with what you're wearing.
Yep. Mine's red with Canada on it. Towards the bottom.
I have the same one.
Wonder where you got that from?
I don't know.
Somebody from Canada, probably. One thing is going to be nice. The next one's going to be red.
My one in 27 days will be gold, and then my one on the Friends Day will be a platinum card.
Yay! Oops.
I'll take it. And another essential would be sunscreen for the cruise.
Well, Kenny, you don't need sunscreen if you wear pants and long sleeve shirts in 100-degree weather.
No.
And a hat.
You don't. Yeah, that's true. But for
You have to
those
remember to wear
Normal
the
people
sunscreen.
don't wear long pants and sweatshirts and hats in 100-degree weather.
Hi, Eric.
Well, you did have the sun shirts on one of the ports, but
The sun shirt is different than a hoodie.
yeah,
It's different than a sweatshirt.
he's stubborn.
I'll never forget that showing up in, what was it? Not Amerco, it was the other one, La Romana. And he's being pushed around wearing pants and
and we're melting out there. So the point that Danny walked through the fountain.
I'm like, I'm wearing something similar to this, if not like a dress that day. And Kenny's out there in a sweatshirt and long pants and his little bucket hat or his little hat, like he was in Alaska.
I had a dress on. I forget what you had on. Might have been.
Pretty sure I wore less than Alaska than he was wearing in the 100-degree heat in La Romana.
So yeah, you want a good sunscreen. You want to reapply it often. You want a lip chapstick that has SPF in it as well. If you're going in the ocean, you want one that is reef safe. Oh.
And don't forget the back of your ears when you put on the sunscreen. Just by the way.
Don't miss random parts on your body. That's what I like to do. Like I'll have like a sunburn like right here, and that's it. Mike and Rihanna, the best sunscreen to get for the Caribbean is going to be a reef safe, especially if you plan on going into the water.
Yep, research them. This copper tone, pure and simple. It's an SPF 50. It is reef safe. I actually wrote it on the bottom so I remember. But there are a couple other ones. You can look on Google it or look on Amazon. But this is what I took because I know it's reef safe. I never ended up in the ocean, but at least I was prepared. This is 100% zinc oxide mineral sunscreen.
And read the reviews because some reef safe sunscreens just don't work at all. So,
but you got to reapply often because I know, not when I was so much when I was on the cruise, but when I went to Cuba, it's like you had to reapply every couple hours just to make sure. And I don't recommend the spray on ones for the Caribbean. Unless you got somebody to make sure it's rubbed on really good. I used the spray one, didn't get my coworker to make sure it was rubbed on my back well, and I ended up with a sunburn in streaks on my back. Because doing this doesn't get it very well. But reapply often. Also, I recommend having one of these to put your cell phone in. If you're on the beach or going in the water and you want to take some pictures or video. I just got another one for my birthday. I'm well prepared for that. You don't need it, but you can get some wrinkle releaser if you're getting if you bring a nice dress or whatever to wear for formal nights. You can just spray that on and hang it up your stuff. Went to Mexico, have some second degree sunburned. Oh, this was only my second day in Cuba, and I was well burnt because within a couple of days I was peeling. I ended up just wearing a shirt into the ocean after that. You might want some clips to clip on your towel onto your chair. I got these in the dollar store here. Usually
And these good great chip clips as well when you're not on a cruise.
But they're good for like when you go to the beach and you get a chair at the beach to like put it on that.
One place you don't want to leave anything on a cruise is on a chair on your balcony because they can go flying off.
And be careful when you're on a balcony and you're holding your phone too. Especially when you're on the 16th deck and it hits a Chibanga lifeboat and then the water.
I didn't get these out till after I was in Cuba because even stuff on our balcony in Cuba, not on a ship, kept blowing off. And I wish I had these, but I wouldn't dare put anything on a balcony. Magnets. I have these magnetic clips. You can also go online on Amazon or whatever, or probably on Temu as well. And they're like a magnet, super strong magnet with a hook that you can put on the walls because the walls of the cabins are metal, most of them. Those are the people that haven't cruised before, so anybody's got any ideas, other ideas. You're gonna want a non-surge protected charger thing. This one's got USB and USB-C and plugs because there's usually maybe 2 plugs in a cabin. I've seen reviews on a cabin where there's only 1 plug, but Amy and I both had one, so I had one plugged in to one, and she had one plugged into the other, and that way we could charge all our phones and stuff. Well, it's not necessary, but also if you're cruising, you get the luggage tags to put your baggage things when you get to the port. You can fold them and staple them, but it's easy to get ripped off. And when we arrived at the port in Miami, it was pouring rain. So if it was just the paper out in the elements, it could easily get ripped off. Or you can fold it up, put it in here. These are available on Amazon, groups of like 4. That has a metal cable. I actually used 2 of mine and just put a thing in it with has my name and address, but most of it's covered up except for my name. And these are not going to come off. You have to literally unscrew it. And also you want something to keep all your travel documents and ID and all that together. So this was my passport, my immunizations. Has a little zipper pocket to put my money in, has little places to put cards. And that's the RFIFD, whatever that initials are. That came in handy. And when I got there, I just put it into the safe. Any other?
Meg, how are we doing on donations?
So far, it's me against the captain. So,
Yep, I have 4.
$5, peeps. $5.
I vote Meg
for a
because the captain
backpack.
wins everything.
$5 for a backpack to enter a raffle for a backpack.
Yeah,
A beautiful Helping Hands cruising backpack.
we've only got a couple of minutes left, and then I'm going to draw it. So,
And I'll say this: I don't know how necessarily good this clear one would technically be on a ship, but I got this for New York because I'm going to a baseball game when I'm in New York City, and most stadiums now have a clear bag policy. So it's one that it's the crossbody that I can have in front of me. So save for New York City, even though it's clear and you can see what I have in it, but like it's on me, it's not on my side, like it's on my chest. So But I would recommend maybe one of these for like the cruise ship when you get off in port, but not necessarily clear.
And a reminder, you want a clear thing for putting your liquids in if you're flying. There's some similar, not that are a bit smaller than that. Or I just use a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, I use Ziploc on that.
So do I. And I learned from another I forget her name, travel tip thing. When you're packing your stuff in your Ziploc bag, put it this way, not this way, because you get more in if you stack it up this way.
That makes sense.
So, last call. Oops.
Nope. No, Billy.
Last call on the backpack. $5 a ballot. $5 donation per ballot to get a Helping Hands for Cruising backpack. And you have a choice of red, blue, or gray. Right now I have 4 ballots. Move that down, move that down. $5 donation gets you a ballot in here.
Whatever name you pull out, just read Meg.
Watch it be Billy.
You see, this is what I drew out, right?
Billy always wins. Ooh!
Yay.
Yay,
You see me draw it out.
Meg.
You see me draw it out. One hand. So
Miss
Meg,
Meg,
you can
send me your address. Send me send me your address and I'll get it out to you.
I will.
Cool.
Thank you.
let her know what color you want. And
Oh yeah, what color too? Duh.
I think the only choice is red.
I like the red. That's what I like, because I think that it stands out more. So congratulations, Meg. Thank you for the
Congratulations.
donations. So I know we went up by $20 altogether. So that would take us over the $3,200 mark. Put my stuff back in my box here. We're going to head over in just a couple minutes to Boardman.
Yes.
So we're doing,
Read Captain.
yeah, rig, yeah, whatever.
I went to the website and I got one of the drawstring backpacks because I always use my Outback drawstring backpack, but I'll have the Helping Hands one now.
The 2 things I want to get is the backpack, and I want to get a shirt. And then you'll find out through the board about getting board shirts.
I want to say thanks for having me up, Michael Ann.
You're welcome. Good to have you up here, Kenny.
Yep.
Kenny, are you up next?
I am up next, yes. And then after me, it is Captain Billy J. And then I'm not I want to say Sherry Awesome Sunsets at 6.
Yep, Boardman, Captain Billy J, Sherry, Paul,
Okay.
Kicking That Country, Meg, and then Eddie Lugo's finishing it off.
Okay. Alrighty.
So thanks for stopping by, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Head on over to Kenny's because it's turning 4 o'clock. Appreciate your donations, and keep sharing it. Keep sharing it out, folks, because we got to grow this as big as we can. I'll be talking to you later. You'll probably see me at some point in time. Bye for now.
Bye.